all you MCs out there, switch your position and come to Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. This is how we go, you can check your whole flow. All them studios, they overcharging us. You gotta come to Listen Vision and get with us. This is DC's #1 recording spot. This is KRS-One. What up, K-Dot? My man DJ Boom, they got a whole room that they can get down with. I hope to see you soon. Come down to Listen Vision and switch your position. Real hip hop. Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, and you're watching District Spotlight. Today is an incredible and special episode. You might notice the set's adorned with a whole bunch of different cool things and stuff that we're going to be unwrapping. But I want to tell you about payola. Do you know what payola is? Payola is the concept of paying for radio plays or video spins. Payola is the concept of illegally getting your music exposed under the table, through under the table means. And why am I talking about payola today? Well, we have one of the top industry legends, most successful, and yet most accessible, awesome dudes I know. Paul Porter has been in the industry, he's been a force for 4 decades. His deep, seductive voice has resonated on the airwaves of many of the nation's top-rated radio stations, and he spent 10 years at BET as a program director, consultant, and on-air talent. Paul's expertise and activism have established him as a thought leader in the radio and music industry, and he is often sought out by major media outlets including CNN, Entertainment Tonight, and Fox News, and of course, WLVS Radio, District Spotlight. So, without further ado, we have the biggest unboxing we have ever had in the history of the Hip Hop Museum. And it's only right that we do that on the exact same show that we have the man who blew the cover off the industry and let everybody know about the industry's dirty little secrets that are going on, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a break, and when we come back on the phone with me all the way from Orlando, freshly back from Cambridge, Massachusetts, is the one and only Paul Porter. So stay with us. What you've been missing.
See, we do it big in Listen Vision. You never know who comes through, man. Make sure y'all tune in.
Then it's understood the man, he's up to no good.
You getting pulled over by the New World Order.
Add the white wine, and I'm gonna get a nice little sauce.
You shake it.
Cannabis, cooking.
Now you get to see it in HD.
You got a platform here, man.
Guys, she's also a stylist.
Your underwear's supposed to be comfortable.
I say you a strong sister. Think about that.
Although we are all very different, we are all very much the same.
Andre was gonna hit, then it switched, then we had to jump into the car.
All kinds of free stuff.
Increasing your opportunity to grow.
Because we're smarter, we're doing it differently.
What God has designed.
Hey, everybody. Jeremy Beaver here on District Spotlight every single Friday at 5. And with us on the phone, industry and broadcast legend, Paul Porter. Paul, are you there with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Crank up Paul in the background. So, Paul, you know, obviously, the reason why we have Paul on is because he took the time to put pen to paper, to type some keys, and to actually document his 40 years in the industry in a book called Blackout, which is available now on Amazon. Paul, I'm going to read a really incredible review of the book, which I think synopsizes the book well. But can you tell our viewers exactly, why you wrote the book?
Well, the music industry, man, is mostly a big lie for a lot of folks. Most of the stories that you hear are, success stories. And not that I haven't been successful. I just wanted to put the truth behind why a lot of things happen. And it's just like America, man, money. Corporate America makes things happen. And, I know you guys know, you hear incredible music all the time, and it never makes the radio, or sometimes it does, but I sort of break it down, man. My experiences at BET and radio in New York, D.C., and across the country, and dealing with artists for a long time. And I talk about payola, pay for play, and a lot of things people never want to talk about.
Paul, has anyone, and this is just honest, off the top of my head question, I've been in the industry, I'm going on 22 years now. Has anyone ever so explicitly kind of talked about the things that you're talking about? Was there any forerunner that you were able to look at?
Well, there was a book that came out about 20 years ago. It was called The Hitman. And, it talked, it was a reporter's view, but mine's a little different. Mine's when I was programming BET and checked in the Hotel George after doing New York radio and being on BET for a long time, and I got a FedEx with $20,000 in it the first weekend I was there, and it was like, welcome to programming. So,
is that a good welcome, or a? That sounds like a pretty nice welcome. Yeah, it sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, but that's how the business really works. It's there's a lot of hard work, but there's a lot of money involved. When some of these, and it's the same thing now. When Republic Records, they do a great job on dominating streaming. When Post Malone got 40 million streams for his song with 21 Savage, Rockstar, it's not a coincidence. We can act like that's the biggest record in the country, which it is, but it's the biggest record because big dollars are put behind it.
But why, and maybe this is a sophomoric way to approach it, but the things you're saying to me, and yeah, I guess I've worked in the industry, but it's kind of like somebody all of a sudden saying in 2017, hey, did you know WWE is fake? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. In that, like, when I saw, for instance, Ebro, your buddy there, standing up, getting all, excited about it, I got to be honest with you, the first thing I thought to myself was that the fact that he's currently employed as a broadcaster and being that passionate about denying it kind of more proved the point than anything.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny, man. When I saw that Ebro video, all I could do was laugh.
Yeah, like, shut up, man. You're gonna ruin it for me.
Yeah. And my problem is not with folks getting paid; it's what they play. Mm-hmm. I mean, payolas is as old as apple pie, but people used to have, just a finer line, man. We went from lyricists to the lyrically challenged when it comes to hip hop, and hip hop is the number one genre in America now. So I just expect more.
So speaking of expecting more, I never expected in our research and our interns to pull up a video of you on Bill O'Reilly, talking, and Paul, let me tell you, man, what an incredible. That interview was so not what I was expecting, in a great way, actually. Tell me about the thing I came away with, and all of our research interns came away with, was Al Sharpton signed to Young Money? What's that about?
Yeah, his book deal, man. Look, man, I've been on Bill O'Reilly. I've been on Entertainment Tonight. I've been on a lot of national shows, sort of fighting the power, man. And the funny thing about Bill O'Reilly, it was supposed to be a whole different topic, and I was the top guest on, and of course they flipped the switch on me.
What was do you remember what the topic was supposed to be?
Well, it was supposed to about. I can't even remember, but it wasn't supposed. He wanted to flip it on Al Sharpton.
I could also tell it didn't appear like he was going to get you to actually be on the same side of as he was talking in terms of the explicit lyrics having such a terrible effect on society. I think you almost like created a friend in Bill O'Reilly after that interview.
Yeah. It flipped, man. That was a couple of years ago, man. And my memory is going, but yeah, it was a good experience, though. That's for sure.
All right, so our show is crazy, and I don't know if you know or not, but one of the weird, crazy things about the show, in addition to its host, is the fact that every single episode we unbox pieces of hip-hop history for our museum here, the Hip-Hop Museum, which, to our knowledge, in our research, is the largest single collection of hip-hop memorabilia in the country.
Man, if I would have known that, I would have broke in when I was there last month.
Thank you for not breaking in.
Okay.
We appreciate that. But the reason I tell you this is because we like to break up interviews. So when you're doing the live streaming thing, you know, you're handsome, I'm handsome, we're geniuses, we know that. But at the same time, you know, people have short attention spans. So what I want you to see now is a rare clip that we found of Big L spitting an a cappella in New York in the 90s, and he just breaks into an a cappella, and we actually found the live high-quality audio from the soundboard, and we chopped it up and remixed it to one of the beats here from the Beat Bar here at Listen Vision Studios. And if it's cool, Paul, please stay with us.
Okay.
You know, check this Big L little piece out, and when we come back, I want to ask you a little bit about Queens, New York. Is that cool?
Yep, Jamaica Funk.
Okay, stay with us. Check out Big L. Coming to you.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Yo, I'm coming through with the Glock bucking, your whole block ducking. Every bitch that I'm fucking with now is cock sucking. It's like I'm allergic to not fucking. Y'all niggas is faggots like Rock Hudson. Boy George, I destroy frauds with one verse. Nigga, we can level up, we can let the guns burst. Ella's the type to kill your sons first to get my point across. And since y'all wanna chitty chat with the coppers, y'all might as well join the force. And where I'm from, niggas snitches get killed. Niggas be hustling daily, trying to fuck more bitches than will. Taking pictures in silk, gated up. Passports dated up, hair braided up. I fucked your bitch, but I ain't raped the slut, she gave it up. I'm running with A, he running with me, we running together. We get drunk and blunted together, but don't sleep. We keep a gun in the lever, ready to ill, ready to kill, ready to pill. Stepping us, you better be real, cause none of my niggas be letting me chill. My crew be delivering hot lead with gas is clinched. Rappers I jack your lynch, nobody can fuck with the way I be killing up shit in rap events. It's like, soon as I pick up a mic and start flowing, the people yell. I'm rugged as hell, brothers can tell, none of y'all niggas is fucking with L. War.
Yeah, yo, check it out.
L.
Right. My nigga, Big L in the house.
Yeah.
Listen Vision. DC's.
Hey everybody, that was Big L with his totally unheard before freestyle that was remixed by the beats here at the Beat Bar. And we're still talking with Paul. Paul, you still on the line with me?
Yep, I'm here, baby.
Cool. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out to New York. You know, Big L obviously being from Manhattan. I think he's actually Harlem, though. Am I right? Yep, he's Harlem. You're from Queens.
Yep, Jamaican Queens.
Tell me, because I'm from Brooklyn, tell me about growing up in New York and its influence it had on you in getting into the industry.
Well, man, when I grew up in Queens, radio was like king for sure. And from WWRL AM and Frankie Crocker, they were my inspirations on BLS. And James Brown used to live on the corner of my block, but like 25 blocks away, man. And we used to ride our bikes to see James Brown all the time, coming back and forth in his limousine. And, you know, live music and DJs and hip-hop was this glowing back in the day, man, and going to clubs all across the city and around. It was a good time for music, man. There were all different types of music, though. You know, I mean, we listened to jazz, hip-hop, R&B, but, you know, it was the beginning, man, and Queens was a great stomping ground for me and until I moved to D.C. later on.
Do you recall your first, I won't say gig, but your first kind of like experience in the industry, with hip hop or with music?
Well, yeah, it was college radio, man. I went to school in Boston at Northeastern University, man, at my little college station. A lot of big pros came out of it. You know, it was funny. I was on the phone with Wendy Williams last night for 2 hours, and we were reminiscing about college radio. And
did Wendy go to Did she go to Northwestern?
Northeastern. Get it right. Northeastern. Yeah. It's funny. I played basketball at Northeastern, and I was a freshman, and we went to the equipment room the first day to get our uniforms, and they all said Northwestern on it. That's how bad it was.
Oh, damn. It made me feel a little better about
college radio was big, man.
So
and that was the funk time. It was
so what were you
Parliament,
playing,
Funkadelic,
though? That was
Parliament, Funkadelic, Cameo, Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Isley Brothers. And you know, when I was spinning in college, the first hip-hop record I played was Fatback Band, King Tim the Third.
Oh, man.
And Good Times and all those things. And, you know, I had a Clubman Tutu mixer, and you couldn't stop me, man. My hustle was good back then.
So, speaking of hustles, you know, fast forwarding, what brought you, and let me just, you know, while we're talking, let me just plug, you know, Paul's got out the book Blackout. So if anyone's watching or listening, you know, on the Facebook Live or on listenvisionlive.com, go get his book, okay? It's totally
blackoutthebook.com. I sign them from there, too.
Book.com?
Blackoutthebook.
Oh, blackoutthebook.com. You sign them. So, yeah, definitely go to blackoutthebook.com because why wouldn't you want a signed copy of history? But so, you know, speaking of which, and you know, you said you went to school in Massachusetts there. You just got back from Harvard.
Yeah, I got to lecture at Harvard Law School on Wednesday, man, with some of the top young brains in the country, man. It was a cool experience, man, hearing from some of the next phase of powerful minds. And you know, the head of Harvard Law School read my book about 2 months ago when it came out and contacted me. And he's been teaching some of the top lawyers over the last 22 years at Harvard. And he said he wanted to bring me in because my book was honest, it was true, and he never read a book like that. So I was honored to go into Boston and talk to them.
I'm sure from a legal standpoint, you know, our attorney of 17 years, Cynthia Gayton, who's a professor at George Washington, would be fascinated by the stuff you're talking about. Because from an intellectual property standpoint, there's some loosey-goosey gray area laws going on there when it comes to the payola situation. Where do things stand now with the industry and payola?
I mean, it's the same thing. People still get paid through LLCs. They get business deals. It's not the old sex, drugs, and booty like the old days. There are less hands to feed now, because that's why corporate playlists are all the same. When you go across the country, every record is played the same amount of time in, you know, over 250 markets. And that's what's changed. You know, when I came to Kiss in D.C., a top song in the 80s would play 30 to 40 times in a 7-day period. Now it's over 100. So you're getting less music. You're just hearing more of the same thing over and over, and that's the corporate control of playlists and payola.
So when you and I first met, which was online, probably, you know, I was thinking about it, you know, when we decided to have you on, that I think we met online on Twitter on 2012 around.
Okay.
She's like, whatever. And at that time, you know, you had really transitioned into a new kind of social media foray, you know, with you know, online with the Rap Rehab and Industry Ears. Tell me, and I'm going like back and forth throughout your entire career, but tell me, you know, what made you want to talk about this? And
you know, because I started RapRehab.com, I think it was 7 years ago, because I saw so many young folks getting ripped off. the new game about the music industry is sucking people dry for money, and some of the things that I used to see online, you know, oh God, pay $2,000 to meet an A&R that'll get you signed, and I just wanted to stop the lies, man. And you know, I've had records out as recently as last year, and nothing's changed. I had a record out with my cousin. His name is Chris Porter. We had a record with Pitbull, The Water Dance.
Yeah. And we spun that record many times.
Yeah, and the record went up the charts. We sold about 60,000 units, got airplay in about 10 markets, spent about like $50,000 on the record, paying people off. And of course, there's still people that play records for free, but not many.
So this is kind of perfect. I don't know if anyone else has ever done this, with or for you, but and I know you're on the phone, so you may not be able to see what I'm about to do. But I'm going to integrate our unboxing with your real life stories. So in my hand right here, I actually have I know it's a VHS cassette sent to us from La Miranda, California for the Hip Hop Museum. And so just to illustrate what Paul's talking about, when he was, let's say a program director at BET, right?
Yep.
You'd get a package like this here. And I'm showing them, Paul, the VHS cassette. And this one, which has been so nice to be donated to the museum, is actually Capone and Noriega's entire Blood Money album in video form.
Okay.
And so that's something that's going to go into our collection. But so explain what would happen. This VHS would then come with a stack of money attached to it?
Yeah. Yo, man, sometimes I remember the first time I was programming at Magic in D.C., and it's only when you become a reporter for Media Base or BDS is where record companies are worried when your spins count as charts. And somebody from Arista left me a 12-inch. And they said, make sure you take the 12-inch home. And it had, when I opened to play it, it had $700 bills in it. So, things have changed from that to, when I was at BET, I would get FedExes on Saturday that had cash in it. And then they, certain record labels pay you off to do commercials or that'll never spin for $8,000 here, or there's just different ways to pay people off now.
So let's talk about one particular person who is very famous for paying people off, and I'm going to connect a couple dots here, Paul, because I'm sure you've never been on a show where items from Suge Knight's own personal collection were being auctioned off. Am I right about that?
Okay.
Okay,
no.
All right, I got one. I knew I was going to impress you somehow. So what we have, and I'll get to the point here in a second, what we have is the state of California auctioned off all of Death Row's everything, okay?
Really?
They liquidated it all. And as much as we wanted that electric chair, he had the electric chair there, that's what we wanted, we got something almost as good. Almost as good, and it's a one-of-a-kind, and it's very, 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 very cool, and we'll be unboxing it in a little bit. Tell me about the type of things for folks that don't know, more really for kids, and I really mean this, Paul, okay? These young folks don't know who EPMD and KRS-One are. So tell them the type of things that Suge Knight used to do to get Death Row Records played.
Well, I mean, Suge, I dealt with Interscope. It's funny, one time when Snoop came to BET, he saw me, and that's when I used to do Video Vibes and Video Soul, and McDonald's used to be next door. And Snoop was young. He was on the cover of Vibe. And Snoop said, yo, P, man, come on, tell me about the business. And we walked over to McDonald's, and he started talking about Suge. And he was worried about his money. And I said, who's your lawyer? And he said Suge's lawyer was his lawyer. And I said, problem number one. You know, I know you think Suge's your boy, but his lawyer is representing his benefits. And that's one of the lessons I tell everybody, get a lawyer. And I'm not saying somebody that has no experience or might have a law degree. Just pay the money and get somebody who knows the music business. Because a music entertainment lawyer will rip a normal lawyer apart.
Yes, they will. And it's almost like I had told Paul what we're unboxing. But Paul, while you were talking, the audience is watching. Oh, thank you. The audience is watching me tear open this box because you've accidentally played the perfect segue to the item we have from Suge Knight's collection. Here, for the first time ever displayed in public, after the auction, of course, is a jacket, one-of-a-kind jacket. That was Suge Knight's jacket, made by the world-renowned leather jacket maker, Jeff Hamilton. This is a one-of-a-kind jacket that literally was made for Suge. And this jacket was never given to Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
When you talk
paying
about
big dollars for these things, huh?
When you talk about him having the same lawyer and conflicts of interest, you talk about people getting jerked around. I'm about to wear Suge Knight's jacket that was intended for Snoop Dogg, as I'm sure millions of dollars were as well. And for the people that are watching right now on the screen, Paul, I am wearing, surprisingly smaller than I thought, Suge Knight's actual jacket with his name emblazoned on the front, and it is clearly a dog pound.
Wow.
Snoop Dogg, custom made. Now you have to get the close-up on this, fellas. Look at this. Here's the close-up. Custom made Jeff Hamilton. And let me just tell you, who's Jeff Hamilton? Well, if you saw Kobe Bryant win, okay, the championship, you saw him wearing a yellow leather jacket with patches all over it, logos. That's Jeff Hamilton. Okay. The crooked eye. Oh my God. There's a crooked eye. Oh my God, on the right shoulder. We're just looking at this all for the first time, Paul. I'm so sorry that you're...
No, that's cool.
That you're part of this weird hip-hop fantasy camp. But yeah, so what do you think of what's become of Suge? Is that just what, karma?
Man, if you live that lifestyle, it's got to catch up to you. I mean, I know the good thing about being in this business a long time, I've seen so many people come and go. It's incredible. I mean, it's really sad. And you can have a good role in this industry for 5-10 years and then be out on your ass, man. But and that's what happened to Suge, man. You can't be a gangster 24/7.
Yeah. Paul, will you be willing to stay with me for just one more break so that we can give the kids a moral story? Let's go to a moral to the story. Let's go to, we have what I consider to be the best piece of the Hip Hop Museum remixes is of Tupac, who was sitting down at a table with Biggie Smalls, and they both started kicking freestyles, and everyone knows that footage, which was shot by Spike Lee. But what people don't know and what people haven't seen and they haven't heard before is, yeah, we cut it up, we remixed it, we chopped it up, and made a song out of it for the Hip Hop Museum. So check this out, and Paul will be back in just a couple minutes with Paul Porter, the legend. Make sure you go buy his book at where, Paul?
Blackoutthebook.com.
Blackoutthebook.com. He'll sign it. He's a legend. Go get it. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this break.
Listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Walking a thin line. Gotta defend mine. Walking a thin line. Gotta defend mine. Gotta defend mine.
I'm scared to do some freestyle flow. I'm too high and I might go off tempo. But now I'm back to let these niggas know just how deep my game run. Apocalypse don't sleep. I keep a motherfucking Glock in my car. If I'm holding in the club, I gotta be the fucking star. So everybody wanna smile and raise their hands. I got a razor in case I gotta do it next. Man, cause you know how niggas be. They wanna see if Pac is real or is he like that nigga in the movie. I guess I gotta prove my point. Slicing motherfuckers, now I'm doing a joint. I got my nigga B.I. to the G beside me. Yeah. Bitches on my dick, you know the hoes wanna rob me. And my other homies out here like Spike Lee. They got the camera on the nigga, guess they like me. But now I'm about to pass this motherfucker on, cause this Tangeray is getting hella strong. I'm on underground, man. Okay, alright. Let me see how I'm gonna hit you. You want something else?
Hey, everybody, we're back. We're back. District Spotlight every Friday at 5, going through the history of hip-hop and so many talented individuals. Today on the show, we have Paul Porter. Paul, you still there with us?
I'm here.
Man, thank you so much for hanging out. We really appreciate it because we think you have a unique perspective on the industry. Not just an insider's perspective, but currently, okay, you are running 98.5 in Orlando.
Yeah, I decided to get my own radio station.
That's so baller.
No, it's a LPFM, and I got tired of working for people. You know, it was great for a long time, and we're doing hip-hop and R&B, and the signal travels about 40 miles around Orlando, and it just gives me a chance to get a grip the other way, man. And we do a lot of things for community. We're content driven, and Pine Hills in Orlando is called Pine Kills. When we went on the air, we had 13 murders within 3 miles of our studios. So you know, I love the location, and I love doing my own thing. Finally, man, it took a long time. And I did the corporate thing for so long. And, you know, it's working out pretty well. Matter of fact, it'll be 1 year. We've been on the air tomorrow in Orlando 98.5. So it'll be a year anniversary.
What do you think you've learned from kind of getting back into terrestrial radio and coming at it from a new, really fresh perspective?
Well, I learned that, you know, what corporate radio teaches you in research is not real. I mean, they play the same 30 records. We got a larger playlist, and when the Nielsen ratings came out, our listeners, even though we don't have as many as the bigger signals, they listen twice as long. And, you know, we'll play records from Rhapsody and different artists that normally don't get a lot of spins on commercial outlets, but people listen twice as long as the commercial stations in our market. So I know we're winning.
Paul, you know, we're in like about 150 countries, all 50 states. For people who want to support, you know, real broadcasting and real radio and maybe even real hip-hop on your station, and in addition to buying your book, how can they get involved with the station?
Yo, man, I'm real easy. I love to talk to people, man. Shoot me an email, industry-ears, EARS, @gmail.com, industry-ears@gmail, or porter@thewire985.com. And I try to, you know, it's funny, Chris Porter, we got a new record out, You Remind Me. And it's #1 in Dubai. We're about to do a couple of club dates in Dubai. You know, it got picked up in Dubai. It's #1 on Shazam. And that's what I like to tell artists, man. You're dealing with a global world now. You just don't got to make it in D.C. There's plenty of places where you can make money and build your career, but you got to learn how to knock on different doors. And I talk about that in the book. And that's what I wanted to do most by this book. And the great thing is open minds, man. I got contacted by the lead writer of Empire, Malcolm Spellman, and you'll see some new things coming for the next season from Paul Porter.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, but, when you read the book, and this is a problem, man. I think a lot of people who want to be in the music industry don't do their homework. There's a lot of stuff online you can read. There's a lot of stuff you can learn, and that's why I put it all in a book. Do
you recommend?
Not
to cut you off, but there is a lot of stuff you can learn. I feel like the internet is such an incredible resource that is really only used in the music industry to blast out rather than to absorb and take in. Are there any books? You mentioned The Hitman. I think that's music industry 101. Are there any other books or authors that you would recommend our viewers check out?
It's funny, on raprehab.com, I got a section called Do It Yourself and Brain Food, and there's a great book by Daniel Passman, All You Need to Know About the Music Business. There's a lot of references that I put up on the website, but the reason why I'm in love with my book is there's also a good show, man. I did a 90-minute special when I was there in front of your studios a month ago. It's on C-SPAN. I did a 90-minute special on C-SPAN. It's run 3 times already. It started in September. This Google C-SPAN Blackout, Paul Porter. And we sort of break down the industry with Dr. Jared Ball and some of the changes in how to get prepared and not be fooled. Because it's not easy, man. You got to do your homework. It doesn't come easy, man. There's 1 star out of 1,000 that are making money.
So if you only had, just for the young artist who's watching, who's maybe a client of the Listen Vision, or maybe a viewer of WLVS radio, and they're a struggling artist and they feel overwhelmed by the amount of possibilities and maybe even opportunities out there, where would you direct them first to kind of start out before they start putting all their music and media out there?
Well, first I tell them it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, make your plan a 5-year plan, not a 6-month plan. And try to associate yourself with people that are doing some winning, and you can learn. Throwing your music up against the wall and hoping it sticks, it rarely works. And take an internship. I know you got interns that you teach, and try to lock on to people that are going to be teachers and reach out to folks. Just don't follow the gossip. It's really easy to get in the gossip and who's doing this and, he's making dollars. But it takes countless hours of time. And I would do a lot of reading. I know reading's not in. Everybody wants to watch a video, but there's a lot of good stuff you can learn online and in books.
Speaking of reading, is there an audiobook form of The Blackout?
That's what I've been calling you for, man. The audiobook.
That's funny. That's where I was going with that. I not only want to do your audiobook, I actually want to score it. So we're going to have to talk offline. Paul, I want to thank you so much for taking so much time to speak with us. And you know what? I really want to thank you for something else. And it's encapsulated in this review of your book. If you don't mind just allowing me to read this, I feel really strongly about what you've done for the music and hip-hop community, and I want to just acknowledge you in this way. This is someone who just honestly wrote in and said this about Paul's new book, which you can buy, theblackoutbook.com. Okay, from his upbringing in Queens, where he was friends and neighbors with Nina Simone's husband, and giving back to the community by ensuring that minority youth hear positive messages in hip-hop music, Paul Porter has expertly captured his 40 years in the music business in one insightful and entertaining book, touching on his time as a powerhouse DJ in the Washington, D.C. area, a tastemaker at BET, and an influential voice in New York City radio. Porter shines a bright light on the pay-for-play and payola politics of the radio industry. Porter also makes readers aware of how adult-themed lyrics are having a dangerously negative impact on the minds of today's youth. The candor with which Porter speaks is rare. He doesn't pull any punches in recounting his various experiences in music through the 80s, 90s, and 00s, and into the 10s now. This book is a must-read for anyone considering a career in radio and for artists who are looking to break into the industry. Could you say it better yourself, Paul?
I know, man. The good thing when you do a book and you get a lot of 5-star reviews and you hear from people, man, it makes you feel good.
It should.
And I feel good about the book. I'm working on, it's funny, Terry McMillan, she saw me on Joy Reid on MSNBC. The first day I was on television talking a book, and we're working out a deal on a film.
Wow.
So a lot of good things, man. The Empire things come through, and things are changing, man, and it takes time.
Well, let me tell you something. Karma's incredible, and you carry some incredibly awesome karma, and your accessibility, not just to me, but to everybody, has been a real resource. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, appreciate. Hey, look, my motto for my life, everybody's important. And it's the receptionist. I treat the receptionist to the CEO the same. And you'll find out that the receptionist will be the CEO later in life, that's for sure. And that's why I'm still trucking, and I'm still here.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, Paul. And I will definitely make sure to follow up with you on that audiobook.
Yeah, man, I want to do it in D.C., man. D.C.'s my second home.
Cool. We know it is. We feel you, man. And now that, Dick Gregory, is gone, we really need a leader like yourself in this area, to be honest with you.
All right, man. I'm here for everybody. IndustryEars@gmail.com. Hit me up with the email, and blackoutthebook.com. You can get it off Amazon, too, but Blackout the Book, I sign it, and Amazon pays authors every 4 months, so I hate Amazon.
You heard the man. Go directly to the source. Get his book. We're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to unbox the rest of this incredible stuff, including the 20th anniversary of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. Paul, thanks again for being with us, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Cool. Take care.
Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Ready, nigga? Yeah. Ready for that raw dog shit, nigga? Getting the hell strong. Money holes and clothes, blood smoke coming out the nose is all a nigga knows. Flipping on phones, putting tags on toes, watching the stash grow, clocking the cash flow. The neighborhood grave digger, getting paid so much, all the bitches wanna see a nigga. I guess they figure I'm paid, I wanna get laid, or since I got loot, I wanna knock boots. I'd rather beat my dick than trick. And if she don't suck, then we don't fuck. I'd rather make a buck, drive a fat ass truck, grab the 9, 2 clips and run them up. Yes, flex after 2 or 3 bets as I wreck shit. What the fuck you expected? A fly guy? Well fuck it, I'm a high guy. From Bed-Stuy putting the swelling on your eye. Your nose even, when I choke you, you stop breathing. When police come, I'm leaving. Peace and love.
Hey, everybody. Jeremy Beaver back here with District Spotlight, and let's get some beats chugging on in the background because we're about to announce some hip-hop birthdays and do the rest of the unboxing for the Hip-Hop Museum. Okay, so coming in at, in no particular order here, the 20th, okay, the 20th of October. Whose birthday do y'all think that is? Nobody? Who said that? God damn, I have the best audience in radio. Snoop Dogg's birthday. We are commemorating. Oh my goodness, what's that on the collar? Oh my God! We didn't even see that, guys. Look at the collar. Oh my God, y'all. This is Suge Knight's personal jacket. Now we have it. It was his. Now it's ours. Technically, the Hip Hop Museum. But come by and visit this jacket. We will have to find some really creative way to display that. Anyways, happy birthday, Snoop Dogg. Going out to you. You're the best, man. We also have your weed autographed here and a doll. So if you want to see Snoop Dogg's autographed weed, no, not on the weed itself. What are you? Come on. On the box. Okay? Who likes lemonade? Anyone? Who likes iced tea? Okay. Yeah, me too. This is signed Rappin', the movie by Ice-T. That's right. Ice-T, signed Rappin'. And if we can get, let me see, Mario Van Peebles, absolutely. I was hoping we could find a picture of, no, he's not on the cover. But he was in the movie, and he's definitely on the soundtrack. Let's see. What did he contribute? What song did Ice-T? Huh? He was not in the movie? He was just on the soundtrack. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Can our research assistants figure out what song he contributed? Man, I used to love Bug Starsky. We got to figure out what song Ice-T was on Rappin'. Okay, Rappin'. That's awesome. That's awesome. And we also have Ad Rock. Ad Rock of the Beastie Boys coming in at October 31st. Put that over there. Okay. October 31st is Ad Rock. You know who else was on October 31st? You'll never believe this, Jacob, because I know you really know about this stuff. Pharaoh Monch. Famous for the song Shut the Fuck Up. That's his. I'm not making that up. That's literally his song. Oh. Okay. Killer. Thank you. Research. Buddy. Interestingly enough, that song Killer is not on this vinyl that is signed by Ice-T. The horrible irony that we have... Whatever. Like, really, Ice-T? You should have said something to the guy, like, yo, just so you know, like, I'm actually not on this album here. But I'll sign it, you know. I'm not trying to be a dick, but, you know. All right, so this is maybe one of the most unique pieces we have ever gotten to the Hip Hop Museum here. And now, I love Busta Rhymes. Does anyone else love Busta Rhymes? Busta. Everybody, yeah. Okay, so most people know that, but what else is another one? Break Your Neck. Okay, break your neck. I'll break your neck. Okay, we can't play it because we'll get blocked. But the song will break your neck. Okay, what do you think the industry executives thought of as a promo item for the Break Your Neck? Can't see my audience. Okay, you know, you don't need it. You're not winning anything, so you are. You might win a little something. You might win some weed. That's right. The most unique item in all of the Hip Hop Museum is now the dirtiest and nastiest looking neck collar. That's right. Busta Rhymes, Break Your Neck. If you could smell what I'm smelling, you would want to immediately quarantine this. Oh, God. I'll break your neck. That's weird. That's strangely... you guys. Okay. You gotta go to a break. Go to break. Go to break. When we come back. When we come back.
Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
Brown skin, I be standing 5'10", I be rocking. when I be in your vicinity. Raw style synergy, recognize symmetry. Come try to injure me, broke them down chemically. Ain't the number 10 MC, talking about how when I be. Styled it like Kennedy, late like a 10 to 3. When I say when I be, girls say when I key, cause it's when way out like Tennessee, take me to a place called the BK without pause or delay. Get run like pin relay, don't deal with he say, she say. Ain't working for no cheap pay, and most that beat play. This is what the streets say. Hey, Mr. DJ, play that double Mogan. That jam got me open. This side of break it broken. From front, side to side, middle to back. Never the whack. I come from Bed-Stuy Black, from Louis AVE to be exact. Brooklyn.
Listen vision.
Yo, Mos Def. That's not me. That was him. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, and guess who's reuniting as Black Star for 3 dates in California, 28th, 29th, and 30th? Who? Mos Def and Talib Kweli reuniting, maybe for the last time. Who knows? They keep like teasing us. That is dope as fuck. Jay is looking like, can I take off? No, you cannot take off. Because I looked into it and the tickets are expensive. Okay, so we got Rappin' signed by, where am I here? Rappin' signed by Ice-T. We discovered that I'm Your Pusher is the name, is the name of the single that Ice-T contributed to the soundtrack, okay? And that's not on that soundtrack. There's 2 versions, and our genius broadcast engineer, Jay Anwar Media Video, awesome dude, 6'100", is finding out all the answers for us. Okay. Coming up next. You know what? I know what this is. I always like to tell people where these things are coming in from. Can we get a zoom in on this? Because look at this. Is from Waretown, New Jersey. But look at the name of the place that sent it to us. Look at the name. Get Shit Done in Waretown, New Jersey. A small business store named Get Shit Done. I am so curious to know what your main line of business is and whether or not in New Jersey it is above the board. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get shit done, New Jersey. I don't know. Am I cliche? Maybe I am. All right. What's going on here? This is, wait. Ooh. I hate doing this part because I one time I ruined the Stetsasonic article. And I'll never forgive myself, and I'm sure Prince Paul, the original producer and DJ of Stetsasonic, also will never forgive me. So I'm sorry if I'm slow. I'm watching the clock. Coming up next, Performance Fridays. Please stay tuned. Oh, this is dope. DJ Premier. DJ Premier. Oh, there we go. Oh, nope. Yep, there we go. DJ Premier, hat pin. Dope. All right, there we go. DJ Premier, hat pin. Okay, whatever. All right, we got to be quick. Oh, my God. There's too many things happening. All right. Beats. I need beats. Scalpel. Beats. Coming in from San Marcos, California. What have you contributed to the Hip Hop Museum, San Marcos, California? Oh, God, I know what this is. Oh, this is dope, y'all. Oh. What could that be? Oh my God. No, they are not hip-hop maracas. Any guesses? What? Uh-oh. Pills. Skittles? Candy? Hip-hop what? Pigs? Oh, pins? No, with your Midwestern accent. No, not pins. Look at this. Aftermath. Shady. Marshall Mathers, pills, 8 Mile Road. Take 1 tablet. They are not purple pills, although you would think that would make sense had their marketing department. Look at that, the Aftermath, RX, the Aftermath. Look at that. Quantity, Who wants to take these pills that are minimally 9 years old, maybe 14 years old? They are only simply laced with botulism. And tons of fun on the show. Oh my God, we're running out of time. Okay, pills. There we go. Drug pills. Wait. Yeah. Okay. God, it's making me nervous, you guys. We're running out of time. Oh, check this out, you guys. Look, coming in from Japan. Japan. They fucks with the hip hops. Oh, thank you. Now that's a knife. Could have used this earlier today. Only a couple people know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Bam! Look at that. DMC. In the place to be. Okay, who do you think is next? Who do y'all think is next? Jam to the master. Jay. And of course, by process of elimination, who's last? Young Gunner. Reverend Run. Okay, you guys, we're coming down to the final stretch. We have 2 minutes left to open this insane package. Who likes Jay-Z? Anyone? Anyone like Jay-Z? He's all right. I've heard he's made a little bit of money off of this rapping thing. And are we getting this? And little sexual. Actually have to stand up. All right, here we go. The final unboxing. Here we go. The final piece of the Hip Hop Museum. Here we go. Gotta wear this. Okay. Here we go. I am wearing Suge Knight's own jacket. Suge Knight's jacket that was intended to be gifted to Snoop Dogg. It's a one-of-a-kind Jeff Hamilton. That's what I am wearing. Dog Pound, baby. Now, what can we add to this collection? Hip Hop Museum, 20th anniversary of Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt. We are adding the hat. The hat. And what date was it released? Coming up here in the next month in just a few days, 4th of November. That is Jay-Z's birthday. Right. Yeah, that's what I said. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. All right. Also comes with a candle. Oh my God, that smells exactly like Jay-Z. Nobody? All right. A Reasonable Doubt t-shirt with the Rockefeller Reasonable Doubt family. All right. Wow, this is a real haul, right? Oh my goodness. Oh wow, what's this? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, what? Running a little over, B-Dub. I'm so sorry. This is the actual verification of authenticity of this thing. On the back, you got the 20th anniversary. Okay, of Reasonable Doubt. My goodness gracious, what else is in here? Oh, well, of course. Of course, the cassette. Go, sorry about that. There we go. Of course, the cassette. And finally, my goodness gracious. Wow.
So glad we had 9 on deck. Here we go.
Oh, wow. What? Look at, oh my. What? Are y'all looking at this? Look at the. Yo, what? That is wild. Oh my God. Oh, that is the poster. Jay, come over. Help me. You get the top because you're 6'100". Oh, wow. Well, immediately going into the Hip Hop Museum here at Listen Vision Recording Studios is the Reasonable Doubt Family Tree, 20th year anniversary of Reasonable Doubt, which was Jay-Z's birthday is just coming up here November 4th. And tilt that. Oh, look at that. Look at Freeway, who we've worked with in there. And Jim Jones and the whole. Wow, is that Rihanna? Look at that. Down to 2 Chainz and Pusha T. And wow. Damn. Dame Dash at the top, whose sneakers we have now in the collection as well. All right. We'll roll that up. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sweating in this Suge Knight jacket here. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Paul Porter. I want to thank everyone that's been a part of making the Hip Hop Museum really special. Jacob Moss, Sherman Moss, Jay, and everybody that's really contributing and helping us make this dream a reality of getting an act of Congress to recognize hip-hop as a unique and American original art form in the same way that it has recognized jazz. Anyways, I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. This has been District Spotlight, and make sure to stay tuned with me next week when I have DC's #1 drag queen. That's right, stay tuned. See you then.
All you MCs out there, switch your position and come to Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. This is how we go, you can check your whole flow. All them studios, they overcharging us. You gotta come to Listen Vision and get with us. This is DC's #1 recording spot. This is KRS-One. What up, K-Dot? My man DJ Boom, they got a whole room that they can get down with. I hope to see you soon. Come down to Listen Vision and switch your position. Real hip hop. Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording